Hi there, I'm KingJGrim, or the Game Games, whatever you prefer, and welcome to another game discussion, where I talk about anything ranging from a game coming out, or to just whatever I can think about. This time I will focus on the former, as I've played the alpha of the card game set in the Elder Scrolls universe, the Elder Scrolls Legends. Firstly, I'll say that I don't really have the greatest background when it comes to card games, as the only one I've played prior to the alpha was Hearthstone. So the only game I can compare Legends to is Blizzard's game, which of course isn't a problem, as everyone else did when Bethesda's game was announced. So after doing some research of the game, I quickly found out that the games would be different from each other. And then after playing the game, I can say that the games are nothing alike, at least in the gameplay department, as there are quite a few similarities in how the game looks. For example, on creating decks, the layout of a game, and some smaller stuff. Anyway, the reason I got a sudden interest in this game when they first showed it to us is because I love the Elder Scrolls franchise, and having them expand on the name makes me really happy. It is also important for people to know that the creation of this game did not and will not make the next Elder Scrolls game delayed or lengthen its development in any sort of way. I've seen way too many people believing this, so this needs to be heard. Right, so, the differences. I will go through everything that's different between the two card games, then I will talk about what Legends have that Hearthstone doesn't, and finally, what I want and hope they will put into the game. The most important thing with any game is the gameplay, and the major game changer here is the lane system. In Elder Scrolls Legends, you have two lanes where you can put your cards. The normal lane to the left, where there's no special rules, and the shadow lane to the right, where your card is safe for one turn, unless some certain special cards are being used, or if the card you put there has some, I don't know, a guard, or, some special something happens. This in itself makes the two games completely different from each other, as the creatures in one lane can only attack the enemy on the same side, and not the cards on the other side, again unless there are some special rules in some certain cards, etc. When playing online, you will only have these two lanes, but the story mode and the arena, the offline arena that is, can have some different rules, setting off from, well actually I'll go back to that later. Another thing that is a game changer is the prophecy system. Both players have 30 HP, and for every 5 damage you take, you will lose a rune. When losing one, you will automatically pick a card, and if this card is a prophecy card, you can use it in the opponent's turn. So if you're in a hot spot and you lose a rune, and you get a prophecy card with guard, you can change the game back into your favor. So these two mechanics are the biggest differences between Blizzard's and Bethesda's card games. I'd say that with the different lanes and prophecy systems, Elder Scrolls Legends requires more strategical thinking. Not that Hearthstone doesn't have that, but by having to focus on two lanes and that the runes can change a lot during a match, then this is the conclusion I came up with. But while these are the biggest differences, there are some smaller ones. In Hearthstone, your deck can go up to 30, whereas in Legends, it can go all the way up to 75, but the game recommends 50, as then you have a higher chance of getting your favorite card, as this game likes to mention. Another thing is that the card types in Elder Scrolls are separated into the attributes from the Elder Scrolls games. Strength, willpower, endurance, agility, etc. And two of these attributes together makes a class. Crusader are strength and willpower, which is a high damage early game, and Scout is endurance and agility, which focuses on longer games that will reward you for just that. These combinations also link to your race, as you choose and can change whenever you want a race from Tamriel, with 4 different choices of avatar for each race. Personally, I love this, as I don't really prefer to be an individual from the game that the game is based on, but rather your own character, which is the main selling point of this Elder Scrolls series. Choices and immersing yourself into the world. So when you level up, win a game in story mode, etc., you will more likely get the style of cards that fit with your race. I am an Argonian, so I will get cards that are in the endurance and agility section. Now, Hearthstone does have an ability for the classes that you're playing as. Gul'dan has his life tap that gives him a card in exchange for some health. Uther can summon a 1/1 card on the field, etc. Legend doesn't really have this, but there are many support cards in the game that can be all from giving every unit 1 health point more attack, give guard to some individuals, and a limited use attack that increases its damage by how often you use it, and more. To counter this, you can have cards that destroy support cards. Both games also have an arena mode, rather similar to each other, but Legends does have an offline version of just that. for those who want to go that route. Now, the differences doesn't stop there. There are tons more, like different abilities to the cards, like Lethal, which is a one-hit kill ability, Regenerate, more like that, but these are logical differences that I'm sure everyone will know will be there. So those are the reasons why these games are not the same. So what does Elder Scrolls Legends have that Hearthstone doesn't? The biggest thing I can say I'm most happy about is a story mode that gives you a reward for playing through it. I've skipped through every cutscene as I want to replay it when a game truly comes out, but throughout the game there will actually be player choices where you can make a decision and get a specific card out of it, which I think is super smart. And again, it focuses on player choices like the Elder Scrolls games, and it doesn't stop there. As you level up, some cards can upgrade into a different card and you can choose what it shall upgrade to what fits your playstyle. I already mentioned the single player arena, but you need an arena ticket to enter it, just like the regular arena, so I don't really understand why you would use it there, as I'm pretty sure, not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure that playing against players will give you better rewards. But I'm a bit unsure of that, but I need to make it clear that I have only played the alpha. So please understand that much can and will be changed until its release, so let's quickly talk about what I hope and want to be in this game. First of all, is this the arena announcer from the Oblivion game? Because if it is, yes!
A disappointing turn of events, citizens. Can the challenger come back? Combatants, begin!
But if you got him, why not the original adoring fan? Please! Get him back. I want to hear him say, "Buy Azura, buy Azura, buy Azura!" Please! Another thing I want, well, the music in Hearthstone is really great. It creates this atmosphere of being in a tavern with a mighty mead, with some wenches walking up to you, telling that you've been too drunk to get more. So, while I do love Jeremy Soul music, unsure if he actually made the theme for Legends, but please add some tavern music. Use the theme, like the Skyrim Bannered Mare music. That one's great. The thing I really want is more diversity in the backgrounds. It looks nice what we got here, and I'm pretty sure they will add more when the game finally comes out, but how about playing the card game outside in the mountains with snow around with some ambient noises? Personally, I would like that. Those are the things I personally want most. The music needs to be a bit more atmospheric with the setting, some different backgrounds, and the Adoring Fan. Fun fact, I hated the Adoring Fan in Oblivion, so to say that I want him return is strange. Some of the smaller things I want is for them to have more fun with the cards. Sure, they have the fan, arrow in the knee, but what about the town chicken? That if you destroy that card, you increase every enemy unit's attack strength by just 1, just like Skyrim where everybody attacks you. They have a lot of cards I got nostalgic over. Lucian the Chance, Ungolem the Listener, Queen Irene, Tullius, and some others. So, that's great. Add more cards that nods to, the old games. And also the lore that, of known characters that haven't been used yet. But, I'm really sure they will do that in the future as the game lives on. So I'm really excited to see what lies in wait. I mean, the game isn't out yet, so I'm already enjoying it to death at this moment. And that is all I have to talk about of the alpha of Elder Scrolls Legends. I really hope you will give it a try when it comes out, as just demonize it for being a card game with some visuals similar to Hearthstone is really stupid. It's a fun game, and as an Elder Scrolls fan, I can't get happier that they're broadening their horizon with this franchise. But that's just my opinion, because I'm KingJGrim, or KingJGrim, whatever you prefer, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching my video. If you enjoyed what you saw, leave a like. You can share it with your friends. If you want to know more about what I do, follow me on Twitter, link in the description below. And if you're interested in just me, I highly recommend watching the videos to the right there. On the top, In the Mind of Sans, if you enjoy Undertale, or under, if you're more of a Nintendo guy, In the Mind of Kirby. My In the Mind of series is more of going into the psychology of video game characters to try to find out why they're doing what they're doing. But right now, I am going to do what others shall do every morning. Shower. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.